Hello everyone, I'm Anisha Jhunjhunwala, psychologist and emotional wellness coach. Today I'm going to be talking about how to mentally deal with the current situation of crisis. I know you have received a lot of information as to what all can you do in these days of lockdown, but somehow if you're not feeling okay thinking as to how these days will pass on, I'm going to be telling you ways in which you can regulate these difficult emotions and think rationally as to how do you want to spend these days. When we talk about emotions and emotion intelligence, it is very important that we understand what are the different emotions are we experiencing. And to start with, my first point is, let us understand what are the three different emotions that we are all experiencing nowadays. One of the dominant emotions that we are all experiencing today is insecurity. Insecurity usually crops in when we are uncertain about the future. This feeling is obvious because things are not happening as we expected. We never thought that a contagious virus like this will spread around the world and things will turn up like this. From the given situation, when we see these sudden changes taking place in the recent past, this feeling overpowers us. As now we also have a proof to sustain this feeling because from a 1-day lockdown we moved to a 21 days lockdown. That's the reason why we are panicking. Because survival has always been the utmost priority of human race, and as and when the lockdown was announced, people went onto the roads to buy all the essential items that they needed for survival and comfort. We are also uncertain about how all this will end and when will it end. Those who are the bread earners are insecure about their finances, their jobs, and how will they pay their dues and meet all other expenses without earnings. And honestly, this is not a good feeling at all. So we are all experiencing insecurity, and in order to understand yourself better, I want you all to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. When you rate yourself 10, that means you are extremely insecure as to how things will turn up, and this feeling is overpowering you. That's great. Now we'll move ahead to the next emotion. The other feeling that a few people may be experiencing is the fear of getting infected. This fear is not only about ourselves but also about our loved ones. When we dwell in the thoughts that what if we get infected, what will happen? How will I deal with it in isolation? What if I'm not able to recover? Will I die? Is it the end of the world? We are able to sustain these fears when we go through the data of other countries where people are dying in large numbers and the increase of positive cases in our own country. Friends, this fear will sustain when you keep seeing the dramatic presentation of the information and keep on seeing videos from unknown and unreliable sources, which instead of helping us, affects us emotionally. On the extreme, we may experience extreme anxiety after receiving heartbreaking information of how difficult the situation is in the other parts of the world. Experiencing this fear is normal till the time it doesn't overpower us. So friends, now I want you to rate yourself on a scale of again 1 to 10. 10 is when you're extremely facing this fear of dying and getting affected. That's great. So now we move on to the next emotion. We are all social animals. Moving around, meeting new people is something that we all enjoy. And if not that, at least, we all are looking forward for a change in our settings and surroundings. But suddenly, we are all curbed from doing all of this. Remember the last time you felt sick or you were on a house arrest because of your exams or some other responsibility. All you wanted to do was to go out, meet friends, breathe fresh air, watch a movie, or go out to do something exciting. So experiencing this loss of freedom is general, and we are all facing it together with the lockdown. You may not like this feeling, may feel even trapped, especially when you feel disconnected with your family members and may not have a lot to talk to them. This is especially for nuclear families when the number of people are less and sometimes you may have lesser flow of conversations. So it's absolutely fine to have this feeling and when it is being experienced by everybody. Now again, I want you to rate yourself as to what extreme do you have this feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. That's great. So now we are done with all the ratings for all the 3 different emotions that we have talked about. So we've talked about feeling insecure, fear of getting infected, and the loss of freedom. Now the point is, how do we manage these emotions, especially when the degree may go on the extreme with changing situations? The first piece of advice is acknowledge these emotions and accept them. Understand that it is not possible to get rid of them completely, so accepting helps us to keep ourselves calm and relaxed. When we accept them, we allow our logical brain to view the situations more constructively and make better decisions. The second point is, do not feed your fear and insecurity by relying on unreliable information and videos. Maintain good hygiene around you and do as the experts and the government suggests. When you forward something, act sensibly because not everyone can handle the emotions arising from the information which may not even be true. The third point is, after accepting these emotions is the time we regulate these emotions. In case you're feeling insecure, understand that this situation applies to everybody and a lot of people are stressed as you are. We are not the only one who is going through, the entire world is facing it. The economy is crashing and the impact will be borne by all of us. But if we hold courage, we will not only overcome this, but also we will be able to uplift all of us when the situation is over. Fourth point is, in order to reduce the intensity of fear, a perception is very important. We human beings are meaning makers, and in the current situation, we should make meanings that empower us. Let's make positive meanings. For example, with a population of 130 crores, only 500 are those who got infected, and out of which 50 have already recovered. In the coming days, the others will recover too. We shall be optimistic in the situation and be compassionate towards all the people on this earth. The fifth point is, thinking about the loss of freedom is the time we spend some time with ourselves and our loved ones. I feel excited thinking of those things that I can do now, which I was not able to do earlier because of my hectic schedule. There are so many options available. To count on some, I can watch movies, read books, join an online course, exercise, meditate, play games, try cooking something interesting, and talk to others over a video call. You can also do a lot of things. You can volunteer for a lot of services involving work from home. I am currently pursuing a course from NIMHANS Bangalore, which is a diploma course in community mental health. So I'm sure you can use your time very productively by understanding where do you want to put your time and what all can you gain from it. The sixth point is that the experts have been suggesting that the virus is dangerous for those with poor immunity. So let's work out to enhance our immunity by eating healthy food. Seventh point is, please do not go over the board while doing any of these things. Understand the optimum level at which these things can be undertaken by you, because I'm sure you're smart enough to understand what is good for you and what is not. My last piece of advice to everybody is, don't be at the mercy of your emotions. Enjoy them, dominate them. Help your emotions act intelligently to stay indoors and do whatever you like. In case if you have any doubts, anything that you want to get in touch with, you can send me a message on my Instagram handle, which is The Making of You. I'll definitely answer all your queries, and if you want to ask anything, you can also put in the comments below and I'll definitely reply back to you. Thank you so much. I hope you all stay safe, stay home,